So the superstorm just got some pretty crazy changes. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Monarch Storms now. Why the name change, I'm not sure, but it definitely does go along with the huge changes they made this update where, as you see, it can now bounce off map borders. Additionally, here were the other buffs given to it. It can apparently now deal damage to bats and also triple the projectile distance. So now this tornado can bounce like multiple times off of walls before disappearing, as well as extra lightning attack damage. To see how good the superstorm is now, we're gonna jump over into Chimps mode, where I'm going to attempt 2 challenges. Hear me out. The first one is gonna be simple: 2 mega pops. Can we get the Monarch Storms to 2 million pops before round 100 ends? And number 2, free play. As the king of blowback, especially now, it should, in theory, have no problem against any of the rounds past 100. Again, except bats, but given that it apparently does bad damage now, we may not even need as much as before. So I'm hyped to check it out, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even realize that the tornado attack from the Monarch, like, damaged, or didn't damage bats before. I thought it did, it just did little damage, that's why you still needed, other mob damage, but yeah, that was news to me. Now, please don't flame me, but for the 2 mega pops portion of this run, I am going to be using Gibaldo, and if I need to be bailed out, I will use his Jerry Fire, okay? The thing is, saving up for Monarch Storms is going to be pretty difficult, because we have a Ball Lightning, which is pretty weak, and Monarch Storms, even though it's made a lot cheaper now, it's pretty affordable. Like, by affordable, I mean $64,000. I mean, more affordable than its 80/90k price point in the past, but still. Bot Lightning being weak is going to make this difficult, so bear with me here. Purples are annoying too, because Lightning can't get them, so I'm probably going to need to add something else here. Well, how about a 000 Glue Gunner? That doesn't take away any pops, so, and does the job. Well, just end me. I wanted to go for a Raider Scanner this round, so I didn't have to spend $215 on a Count Pot, but because I bought the glue, I can't afford it, so rip $215. Hopefully that doesn't hurt us in the save up. If I recall, the biggest issue with the Ball Lightning is really just mob class damage, because we're just working with the, really the main darts, or the thorns coming from the druid. Ball Lightning isn't, it's good for group damage, can freeze Bloons too, as you see, but yeah, I don't know how we're gonna deal with BFBs and ZMGs unless I use a Jerry Fire, the forbidden Jerry Fire. At the very least, we can do a Jungle Drums, and I will probably Alk buff at some point. This here should be a good test. Just a single bullet, that's all, okay? How does Ball Lightning do? Well, it fails spectacularly. Oh, yeah. That's pretty bad. That's not even close, actually. Wow. I don't even have Jerry Fire unlocked this round, although I could spend 1.4k. Well, I didn't want to drop it this early, but the Alk buff actually makes a big difference. It goes from 20% damage to literally popping it all the way, although it does not shoot fast enough, so we gotta keep trying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be impossible without a Jerry Fire. There we go. Got better luck this time. Anyway, even though they did it 7 years late, it makes sense that they renamed Superstorm to Monarch Storms, because it puts it in line with the other tier 5 druids like Avatar Wrath and Spirit of the Forest, so the Superstorm was the odd man out without an of. Some may think it's in anticipation of the Druid Paragon coming out. Maybe they wanted to save such, or maybe they had a similar name to it than Superstorm, but that's not the case. If you saw it in NichiKibi's patch notes, they usually tell us what's coming up now, like in future updates, and next update is actually coming with the Bomb Paragon, and no mention of Druid, so it's definitely nothing to do with that, that's for sure. Anyway, might as well just get tier 4 Alk buff, because it does the same amount of damage as a 300. On top of that, F it, we need a mob glue. We gotta slow him down. Probably Relentless at some point too, but for now, just a tiny slowdown. Yes, you're probably as surprised as I am that I am not discounting, but the thing is, when it's very important to afford this upgrade, you need to save money in the short term, so getting a discount now, even though it would pay itself off the more I buy, it would not be efficient just for a mob glue. I end up getting Relentless anyway, and anyway, Superstorm, or Ball Lightning, please don't suck. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to the new term. I've known about, or I've been using that term for the upgrade for 50 updates, so I'm sure it's understandable. I assume it took me a while to get used to Sentry Paragon as well. Nowadays, I never make the mistake in College Champion. And also, I guess it took me... I didn't mention this yet, but the reason for this map is because the straight lines are really nice for Superstorm. If it shoots there and there, it's gonna have some satisfying blowback, and it seems like purples are gonna be an issue. I really don't want to spend it on a MIB, so I'm not sure what to do. What actually seems to be helping is putting it on last. That way, the Ball Lightning maximizes Pierce, but that ruins my my damage to Moabs. I think I am gonna need a Jerry this round. I need Jerry to save my ass, yeah. I mean, there's probably something else, but this is too good to not have. Don't worry, I will try to minimize the amount of times I have to refresh the fire. Most likely, though, if I have to drop it this round, I probably have to drop it, like, immediately off cooldown. It's gonna be such a downgrade if I lose this, you know? You never know, though, because we did die to purple, so I actually can survive these rounds here, yeah. I remember that the late 60s and early 70s, every single time, are much easier. I think this is probably the 200th time I've said that in a video, but it needs repeating. Like, there's no other point in the game where the rounds get easier for this long. So that's why it's strange to me. And wow, I really can survive, like, a lot more rounds without Jerry Fire, so that's good. That saves me about $500, $650. If I can survive, like, 3 more rounds without it, then that's 2 Jerry Fires I could save, but I think I most likely need it on 675. This round spells certain death, right? Or maybe not. A lot of group Bloons is actually better for Ball Lightning. Well, not better, but it's more manageable. Or no worse than a single Moa, for example. But we actually do get Balloon capped. Wow. I don't want to spend on more glue just for the balloons there. I think I'll just save the effort. It's actually $700. My bad. Seems like you can't escape inflation no matter what economy. As you see, a big difference maker. It allows us to handle this, and I don't have any D camo or D regrow, so this has got to work. Nice. Now, I just realized 79 might be the death of me. I don't have to D regrow crosspath. 76 was scary, but 79 is even more of a nightmare if it is going to create a regrow by blowing back these, or am I paranoid? Nah, who am I kidding? Ball Lightning destroys the rainbow, so we're good. And we can actually afford Monarch Storms, I believe, this round or next round. This round would be nice, but we're not going to have enough, are we? Nope. Shame, because I'm not sure if this has enough ZMG damage. I'm definitely going to have to refresh the Fire, that's for sure. We actually cannot blow them back in time. Probably a glue would help, but I'll just redo it. Second time's a charm. Told ya. Alchemist really didn't do very many pops, so that's good. Okay. 1 glue, or rather 1 fire. Let's see how long this takes. It shouldn't be any worse than a BFB, I would hope. Or like a fortified BFB. Nope. It's definitely not enough. Alright, how about this? Pickle and then a Jerry Fire. Pickle will double the damage of Jerry Fire, although reducing the attack speed kind of nullifies that bonus. I think it's overall a DPS increase, though, for a single target. It still doesn't pop in time, though. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. I think my third option is to add the third Jerry item, aka the camo pot for a wee bit more range. Other than that, I'm gonna need to drop another tower. How cruel to be so close to beating this round. I think this is still too many balloons, right? Right? Glue? Yeah, it's not enough. I'm gonna have to pop this earlier. I really couldn't think of anything cheaper, so $2,500 on a heli pilot. It's 1,000 damage, which honestly, that's good. Now it's gonna be mobs over here. I still don't think if this, I don't know if this line of mobs is going to kill us though, probably. I'm gonna add some creepy idols last minute to see maybe I can clutch it. Glue as well. It's doable. What a colossal waste of money. Alright, now we're gonna prep with, get this, all my creepy idols. All of them. And if I have to glue, I'll do one. I don't think I needed it, but it's there to be safe. Good. Now, I just gotta beat round 81, and what I can do, just move the heli out of range so it doesn't do anything. So now are we finally in the clear? I mean, we better be with literally 4 creepy idols. If I don't get it this round, then I'm not gonna have it for next round. And holy crap, ball lightning fell off hard. Okay, here's an idea, although it's very expensive. Sacrifice getting the Monarch until round 84 and just get a downdraft because the Cerams are such an issue. And I could get a Glue Gunner, but I think a downdraft is more reliable. It sadly is the quad darts that I'm upgrading it to, so it now does double the damage, but it's necessary, I think. Like, check this out. I'm probably dead here without downdraft. I might still be dead with downdraft, but no. Downdraft definitely clutched here, for sure. Again, I told you this would be a nightmare. We are just 1 round from avoiding it, so beat this round and we're good. Come on. Relentless stun. I'm just lacking a little bit of mob damage here. So close. Wow, we did pop all of them. 4th time's the charm, or something like that. This is a lot more manageable, and GG. We did it, but at what cost? There's Monarch. Now let's move this downdraft away, and let Monarch Storms delete everything up to round 100. Now, obviously, Superstorm is not the only tower that will make quick work of Chimps, costing this price point. Well, when I mean quick, I mean not literal quick, because you see Moabs here, or ZMGs. I would say Monarch takes the cake in how easily it could do it, though. Like, I don't know, say Bez, for example, would clear this, but it would probably need a little bit more track length than the Druid, I'm guessing, and also maybe a little bit more buffs. Because right now, like, I don't need to buy anything more. Probably overclock at most if I want to get more single target damage. But we can legit just sleepwalk our way into round 100 because of how much pierce that tornado does. And I think the issue in the past, before it was able to bounce off walls, is if you didn't have the right angle, I guess you wouldn't be able to blow back as much. But I think YouTube comments summarize it best. The Monarch being a screensaver was not on their bingo card. Now, unless the balloons can start making a move on us, unfortunately, the screensaver is not random. It's most likely not going to hit a corner unless balloons start getting past here, because I pretty much have it at a set angle where it will bounce like pretty much the exact way every time. Yep, just casually saving up $70,000 after getting the Monarch. So I'm gonna buy an overclock and see how much closer it makes it. I'll probably spend 700 on this too. And now we get to see how much single target or how much bad damage were we really missing out on before. Again, the lightning only doing 30 damage still isn't a lot compared to the 28k. And holy crap, the triple lifespan definitely makes this tower a lot cooler. I can say that at the very least. I hardly even buffed it, but half of the screen is filled in shiny balls and tornadoes. The damage is actually really... It's close enough that I think if I just buy Call to Arms, we're good. Down to 22k now with the addition of Call to Arms, and I also did a count pot, because attacking earlier helps, and also I forgot. Or I didn't forget, but let's do a Pop Lust. That will, additionally, with the Druid itself doing damage, increase the attack speed by, I think, like 15% or something like that. So that 15% plus this Call to Arms bonus should be enough to make a difference. Let's see. How much closer? It's still not the last damage phase yet, so kind of concerning. This Druid did 1,000 damage. Come on, don't make me drop more. I just realized when it's shooting at the exit, we do almost get the screensaver corner. Seems we still need one more hint of damage, goddamn. Alright, 2 Pop Lust, there we go. That pops a lot earlier, and that clears 2 Mega Pops by a landslide, wow. I checked previous completions of the Monarch into Mega Pops, and I think other people before this buff, like, never had 29k over 2 million. It was always much lower than that, or just a graze above 2 million, because, well, obviously, the tornadoes doing damage is apparently a big deal. So that buff definitely saved us from having to buy, I don't know, a Spike Storm or anything like that. And again, the beauty of Superstorm, nothing is going to be an issue until round 119, where, I don't know, hopefully I can afford Ultra Boost by then. Although I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep up with the scaling of the bad side round. The cool thing is that even if I do afford Ultra Boost very, very, very late, because the Superstorm can stall rounds, we can actually get a good amount of stacks on it. These rounds actually made us a lot of money, so I was able to afford the Ultra Boost on around 114. And then upon getting Ultra Boost, I can still stack several times each round because of those FZMGs. So much so that we're definitely going to hit a 10 stack by the triple bad round. In fact, I have a bunch of extra time that hell. We'll even Ultra Boost some of the druids in case I needed a little bit more damage. I also exhausted pretty much all my money, so this kind of has to work here. We will refresh the Jerry Fire and Cannon Pot, because I would like that damage, and here we go. How much damage can Superstorm do? Looks like 2,000 DPS on 2 targets, and holy moly. This is peak gameplay, BT6 gameplay, folks. I don't know how much faster this druid is shooting, but definitely at least 5 times. Let's do the math here, actually. 2.67, I think, is with 10 Ultra Boost stacks and 10 Ultra. This was not even close compared to 100, man. And then 5 Pop Plus for, I don't know, 75? Yeah, 75%, and then another plus 50% with Call to Arms over here. We're definitely talking well over 6 times stack speed. That was pretty damn impressive. And it's not even like the druids did a whole lot of damage. As you see, only a couple thousand. Not even sure if all of them were on the bads that round too. Anyway, I can again use the stalling time to give 10 stacks to see if we can even be the F bad at 140. I assume very, very few people actually explore these deeper rounds in Chimps because there's no incentive. Chimps ending up around 100. Most people just want to get their monkey money and leave, but I guess since I'm not bored per se, but sometimes the first 100 rounds aren't enough of a challenge, so I go much deeper into here. If there was an incentive though, genuinely it seems like a Monarch strategy would be very easy and good to get to 140. So keep notes of that if NK ever adds a, I don't know, around 140 incentive in the future. Also, a benefit of having HP scaling. Rounds take longer. I can use that time to get even more stacks. Before the dreaded F-Bad, one more thing I remember I can add. Did I? If range is an issue, which it definitely is with this druid, I'll do that comboed with Jerry's Camel Bite, and that should allow me to get more tornadoes earlier. But here we go, moment of truth. Refresh both of these again. I also done goofed, and the outbuff doesn't hit this guy anymore. I guess I have to buy Chinook if I want to remedy that. But for now, let's just go hard in the paint, okay? Got the Deadeye. Got that giant line of tornadoes. The Druid, Superstorm again. Some Marker Storms. 1,000 DPS single target. Not any faster than before, really. But hopefully with the 10x Ultra Boost on these guys, it should put a bit more of a dent. Come on. I might need to use a Rejuve here for attack speed. Yeah. Let's refresh that immediately. Immediately, and then Deadeye again. For some damage in. It's so close to working, which is the sad part. And when I mean so close, I mean 1/3 HP left. Unfortunately, we're not going to get anywhere past that because I can't spend 7k to get that much more damage. So just for fun reasons, we know we die at 140, but I want to see a little bit further, just real quick, because there's no F-Bads. I assume this army can last even longer if that F-Bad wasn't a roadblock. So bear with me one more time here. We'll call it quits, though, once the normal bads start to kill us, though. Did I say when normal bads start to kill us? Because it seems like it's going to kill us now. Are you kidding me? Doesn't beat 141? Well, I thought it would be able to, so I'm kind of surprised, but I mean, again, that's not what Monarch's calling card is. I think we'll call it there, though. Y'all get the point. This druid is very fun to play around with now, and I highly recommend you check it out. For more videos on this update, click here. Otherwise, please subscribe for more in the future.